Good morning, Chelsea fans. Chels Daft here, back with the latest Chelsea news update. And first and foremost, if you've had your Chelsea bingo cards at the ready, we've got ourselves a full house. International break, we hate it. It's just so annoying and so tedious. We've had to wait 2 weeks for Premier League football so we can play San Marino and Albania. I'm talking about England. And while you're away, you always expect 3 things to happen. And they have. We can tick them all off. Jorginho and his agent were talking about leaving Chelsea and going back to Italy. Check. Chelsea players have got injured while they're away. N'Golo Conte, Jorginho, Callum Hudson-Odoi. And finally, transfer rumours and speculation just goes through the roof regarding potential Chelsea signings. Check. All 3 checked off. We've got ourselves speculation regarding 3 of the biggest names in Europe. If this is your first time here at Chels Daft, then welcome along. I'm an independent channel, not backed or run by anybody. I've been a fan and going to Stamford Bridge since the 80s. Don't look it, I know, but we're going to get into this today. So make sure you subscribe to the channel, hit that bell for notifications so you're notified when my videos come out, and also smash that like button for me. But for now, let's get cracking. So 3 of the biggest names in European football when it comes to strikers: Sergio Aguero, Erling Haaland, Romelu Lukaku. All of them have been linked with Chelsea over the previous weeks, days, 24 hours. And let's start with Sergio Aguero, who's confirmed he will be leaving Manchester City at the end of the season. And by the time the new season starts, he will be 33 years of age, but available on a free transfer. Aguero has been outstanding, you have to say. From afar, one of the best in the Premier League that we've ever seen. His movement off the ball, seeing him in person at the bridge, is just outstanding. His finishing ability is mind-blowing, but there is an element of doubt at the moment about Aguero, whether or not he's injury prone. He had a bad injury that he come back with, then he had like hamstring problems, and you just wonder how effective he can be from next season. Maybe a year or 2-year deal with Olivier Giroud potentially leaving could replace him with Aguero on a free. But Chelsea are up against 5 other clubs that are linked with Aguero from the off with the bookmakers. The favourites are Barcelona. Also Real Madrid are up there. PSG, Man United and Independiente in Argentina are also the other clubs that are listed along with Chelsea to try and sign Aguero. If this guy is injury free, he's not injury prone, and you can keep him fit, the guy would be outstanding for a season or 2. Still, you think of the way Chelsea play, you think of the way we build our attacks wide and number 10s supporting a striker. Just imagine the goals this guy could score. But for me, I have to be completely honest. Even though he's spoken about the fact, or there's a report, I should say, stating that Aguero will be open to stay in England, to go up against Man City, they're going to erect a statue with him. I sort of think it'd be difficult to see Aguero staying in the Premier League. As much as I'll take him on a free transfer for a season, like we've done with Thiago Silva, and he's, 3 years older than him, I'll take Aguero all day long. But I honestly believe that the law of Barcelona, the law of PSG and Mauricio Pochettino, and also the law of going back to Argentina with Independiente will be too big when it comes to Chelsea, unfortunately. What do you guys think of Chelsea being linked with Aguero? Do you think we've got a realistic chance? And if we do have the opportunity to talk to him, would you take him for a season or 2? Let me know, comment section below. Next up is Erling Haaland, who is still being linked with Chelsea, and that Roman Abramovich has said to Thomas Tuchel, if you finish top 4, we're going to sign Erling Haaland, I can guarantee you that. Money talks, but to the tune of 154 million this summer. Bearing in mind, at the end of next season, his value is going to be at least 3 times less than that, around 60 million release clause. If anyone wants to sign him, that's the figure that Borussia Dortmund are asking for. We've seen reports recently, I did a video, my last video on the channel, Chelsea to swap Timo Werner for Erling Haaland, which is total nonsense. And Werner himself has reiterated his desire to stay at Chelsea. So those reports are complete poppycock. As far as Erling Haaland coming to Chelsea, we've heard about him before. We've seen various reports and we've seen comment, whether there's any substance in the comment, stating that he believes Chelsea are not a big enough club. So why on earth would you pursue somebody who quite simply doesn't want to come here and is eyeing up the likes of Bayern, maybe Real Madrid, Barcelona? There's already reports that Real Madrid have got a pre-contract arrangement sorted with Haaland, so to me, I think we're out of the running with him. Another one we've been linked with previously, David Alaba. He's got a pre-contract done with Real Madrid. I don't know where they're getting the money from, but as I said on Sunday, they're looking to sell about 6 players, including Eden Hazard. If you haven't seen that video, it'll be linked at the end of this one. So Haaland to Chelsea for me, along with Aguero, is a no-go. I have to say, being realistic, I don't think Haaland will come. I don't think Aguero will, as much as I'd love to sign Aguero on a free. And that leaves us with one left, Romelu Lukaku. Romelu Lukaku, ex-Chelsea, is now 27 years of age, over at Inter Milan, and is on course to challenge for the Serie A title this season. Lukaku has scored 25 goals in all competitions at Inter, and he's playing for ex-Chelsea manager Antonio Conte, who, if you remember, tried to sign him for Chelsea, but his agent forced a move to Man United so he can get his £4 million payoff, and Chelsea refused to do business with him. We then signed Alvaro Morata instead. But it was Conte who was driving the interest in Lukaku, and he took him to Inter Milan, and the guy has completely thrived out there. He's been brilliant out there, and he's got nothing to prove. He's got nothing to prove in this country, internationally with Belgium, and now over in Italy. And he's been linked with Real Madrid, Barcelona, Man City and Chelsea this summer. Of course, with Man City looking to replace Aguero. Expect Man City to spend big money this summer. Chelsea did it last summer to the tune of over 200 million. You can't see Man City sitting on their laurels. And if anything, they'll probably go out and match or better what we did by spending big money. Will it be Haaland? Will it be Lukaku? Hopefully, if there is any interest in Chelsea that's real substantial, Chelsea have got the money to get a deal done. Will Lukaku want to come back to Chelsea? I think that he probably would do, because if anything, he probably feels like he's got something to prove. He spoke when he first joined about his idol being Didier Drogba. He was sat next to him. He's spoken recently about sitting next to him in the dressing room and the fact that those two are great friends. There was an Instagram post put up the other day by Drogba with a caption of and Lukaku put "we working," and that was Lukaku with Belgium. And people have jumped on that thinking, oh, Agent Drogba's working his magic. I just think that if Lukaku is given an opportunity by Inter Milan, despite reports stating that he won't leave there before Antonio Conte does, I think that Chelsea and the money could talk. Obviously, if Man City are coming in, it'd be difficult. But Chelsea and the fact that there's a desire to prove something, because he never really had the chance under Jose Mourinho when he was at Chelsea the first time round. Think of the players Mourinho sold because they didn't fit the way he wanted to play. Lukaku, De Bruyne, Mata, Salah and others. Lukaku, 27-year-old, if he's available, bring him back to Chelsea, and this guy could be an absolute revelation in the Premier League once again. What do you guys think of the speculation and these rumours? What do you think of the link to Aguero, to Haaland and Lukaku? And which one out of the three do you think is more realistic? For me, I don't think any of them will come this summer, if I'm being completely honest. But if there's a chance to sign one, it'll be Lukaku. And I'll take him, I'll take Haaland and I'll take Aguero all day long. Obviously, money-wise, you're looking at Aguero on a free. Haaland, it's going to cost you an absolute fortune to try and sign him. He's already said he doesn't think we're a big enough club, so it's got to be Lukaku for me. If you've enjoyed this video, then drop a like on it for me, then subscribe to the channel, but make sure you hit that bell for notifications so you're notified when my videos come out. Again, I'm just independent, my independent channel that I've built up from scratch by myself. I've been going to Chelsea since the 80s. I've been there when it's been poor, electric fences, 6,000 fans. I've been there with the old second division, and I've been there to the absolute maximum, and I'm loving it. So, Chelsea fans, let me know what you think. Drop a like, subscribe. See you all next time.